Hey, my friends! We are back with another episode of Oil Tip Tuesday. And this week I am so excited because we are going to talk about mindset, meditation, and essential oils. If you are watching this live or the replay, feel free to introduce yourself in the comments below while I share a little bit about my story with you. I'm Beth, and I've been using essential oils for 6 years now. And when I first started getting started, I began using the oils to remove chemicals from my home. But then I had learned how essential oils can support a more holistic lifestyle, my mind, body, and spirit. And I began experimenting and using the essential oils to support the health and wellness of my family and myself so we could stay above the wellness line. And yet that evolved into starting to use the essential oils to help with my emotions, my mindset, as well as my spirituality. It was this natural, gradual flow that just took place. And now my family and I use essential oils on a daily basis. And I am very passionate and love these oils so much that I bring to you these Oil Tip Tuesdays. So I hope that you enjoy this week's episode. And let's get started. So let's talk mindset. Now, you've probably heard that our thoughts create our reality, and there's so much research behind that. And how many times do we get stuck in that monkey mind, or we have those negative thoughts that tend to creep up, and we kind of get stuck with the to-do list replaying in our head, or the stressors from the day, or we're laying in bed thinking about everything we have to do tomorrow, right? It causes all this chaos in our mind. But if our thoughts create our reality, we need to make a focus on keeping our mind positive and creating positive thoughts and not having those negative thoughts creep in. See, when I started using essential oils and I started really focusing on my health and wellness and my physical body, I think I thought how many people think, right? Picture a strong body, a strong physically fit body, right? You can picture that in your mind, but have you ever thought, can you picture a strong mind? Many of us don't think about how important mindset is. But when we think about this, our mental health, our mindset is just as, if not more important than focusing on our body or our physical health. Matter of fact, there's been scientific research out there that shows if we stay in a positive mindset and we have a calm mind, our bodies will stay physically fit and our bodies will be in a better way, we'll be healthier, we'll be happier. So there's some amazing research on that. And, too much stress, we know what stress does, right? It causes illness, it causes disease in the body, and it can cause us to go into that monkey mind and have those negative thoughts. So where does meditation fall into this? And I used to never meditate. I was introduced to meditation probably about 10 years ago. And often, I know when I started, and share your thoughts with me too. If you've ever meditated before, if you've never meditated, maybe share that with me because I'm always curious. But I know I had a hard time when I first started to meditate because I thought, oh my goodness, I have to have a quiet mind. I can't get the mind to shut off, and I would give up. But when you think about the essence of meditation is really awareness. So when you're starting to meditate, don't put so much pressure on yourself. And think about this. Meditation is the one activity that you can do daily that can refund you back in the time that you spent doing it. Does that make sense, or did I confuse you a little bit? I heard this the other day and I thought it was so powerful. So there's this thing. We have a chronological age and we have a biological age. Now our chronological age, every year we turn a year older, right? But we also have this biological age, each of us, which can either speed up or slow down depending on, get ready for it, our mindset, how calm our mind is. Now, there was a story that was shared, and it was about Martin Luther King. And when he passed away and they did the autopsy, they said if we didn't know it was Martin Luther King, we would have thought it was the body of a 60-year-old. That's what stress can do, right? It can age us. So one of the best ways that we can combat stress and to help with a positive mindset is to take a few moments every day in meditation. Most people focus on, having a healthy body, but if we focus on having a healthy mind, our healthy mind, it's essential to have a healthy body. So it's a holistic, right? Goes all together kind of piece. And I find that it's so powerful. So what are some ways we can create a peaceful mind? Well, we can start by creating an atmosphere that's more calming and grounding. And one way, of course, I'm going to use my essential oils, you guys, because I love my oils. But one way we can do this is by using a diffuser. So in my diffuser, I just have some water in it, and I am going to use some frankincense oil. Frankincense is one of the most powerful oils. It contains compounds known as sesquiterpenes, and if you've never heard of them, I encourage you to Google them. It's very powerful. Our frankincense essential oil comes from the resin of the boswellia tree, and you've probably heard of frankincense. It's been around for thousands of years. It was given to baby Jesus, and it is one of the most powerful oils that I love to use to create that centered, grounding atmosphere. And I'll tell you, when I first smelled frankincense essential oil 6 years ago when I got my starter kit, I wasn't a fan. It kind of brought back some memories that I didn't want to think about. But as I grew and I learned and I started experiencing more with the oils, it's now one of my favorite oils and I absolutely love it. So using your diffuser, now this is the Desert Mist diffuser, which I love. And I'll tell you why I love it. It has a lot of different settings. You can actually put this on an intermittent setting, so it will go for about 10 hours. It'll shut off, turn on, and it'll last for 10 hours. It's really great. But it also has different settings, so you can set different settings on it. And let's see if you can see it. Now, this is my candle flickering setting. And I love that because one of my things that I did when I wanted to get rid of the chemicals out of my house is I got rid of all my candles. But I missed that ambiance of the candle. So I like when I do my meditation, or if I just need a moment for grounding and to calm myself, I like to do the candle setting on my diffuser. And even if I just kind of sit quietly and focus by looking at the diffuser, take some deep breaths. Like I said, meditation is all about awareness. So one of the biggest things that you can do, the simplest things, is just focus on your breath. Focus on breathing in and focus on breathing out. Right? Focus on the breath. If you're a visual person and you're not comfortable closing your eyes, do something like this. Like I like my candle setting on my diffuser, right? Focus on something that you can look at. Often, if you want to, you can find a guided meditation. There are many on YouTube. You can find a visualization exercise. That's really great to help with your mindset. Another trick I like to use to help my mind to stay with positive thoughts is every morning I will say my affirmations, and I will use my essential oils to help support my affirmations, to help it's kind of like an accelerant to my affirmations. So, for instance, if I am having a moment and I need some peace in my life, I will use my peace and calming oil. And it's as simple as taking a couple deep breaths in, putting a few drops on my hand, breathing them in. Sometimes I like to rub them on the back of my neck or on my earlobes, and I might say an affirmation like, I am peace, I am calm, I am grounded, I am safe. So when those anxious or worried thoughts come in my mind, I replace them with a positive thought. So that is one affirmation that I like to do. Maybe you need to do something with your job. Maybe you have to step out of your comfort zone. If it's your business, if it's your job, if it's doing something with your skill. One of my favorite oils to use for that is Valor. Now, let me tell you about Valor. Valor is a blend of oils that contains black spruce, blue tansy, camphor wood, geranium, and frankincense. And it has a very woodsy, grounding aroma. And I love using this every morning to help to make sure that I have that positive attitude and I am in check. And this is also a great one to use at the end of the day to help refocus after a challenging day. So this is one that you'll often find in my diffuser, and it's always in my purse. So maybe an affirmation you would say with using your Valor oil could be something like, I believe in my skills and abilities. I am confident. Now, I know a lot of people may have a hard time with self-love, okay? Everybody has so many different issues in their life, whether it's relationship issues, maybe it's financial issues, maybe it's you feel like you're not good enough. And a lot of it comes down, we have to learn to love ourselves. So one of my favorite affirmations, and you can use this with one of your favorite oils, I have lavender, because lavender is like the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. And our lavender is the closest to the plant because it's from the species. There's nothing else added. So it has kind of like a spicy floral scent, our lavender oil. So this is a good one. And when I'm focusing on heart, like if you're doing a heart meditation or you're working on your affirmations to support your self-love, you can just rub that on your heart chakra if you want. You can just, again, take a few deep breaths in and maybe repeat an affirmation like, I love and approve of myself. I radiate joy. I absolutely love incorporating affirmations to help with my mindset. And I find meditation is an amazing, powerful tool to help keep me grounded, to help keep me centered. And when I start my day off with a 2-minute meditation, even if you don't have 20 minutes to sit and do a meditation, if you've got kids and you've got animals and you have things to do, take 2 minutes, hide yourself somewhere. I don't care if it's the closet or your bathroom. Grab some oils, breathe them in, and take a moment to try to clear your mind. And if you can't clear your mind, like I said, focus on your breathing. Just concentrate on your breathing. You're breathing in, you're holding it a minute, and you're letting it out. Just focus on that breathing. And when the thoughts come in, let the thoughts go. It's okay. Don't think you're doing meditation wrong if you keep getting thoughts coming in your mind. Just allow them. Remember, we're becoming aware. So we're just going to be aware of those thoughts. We're going to have them come in and we're going to have them go. And we're just going to focus on our deep breathing and centering ourselves. And I'll tell you, if you start doing this every day, it's going to make a huge difference in your life. Things will happen and you're going to, things that would explode you in the past are going to just kind of roll off your shoulders a little more easily. I'm not going to say you're not going to have those stressors and those daily things that happen, but you're going to be in a better mindset. You're going to be in a better place to help deal with those things that come up. So that is my spiel and why I feel meditation every day, even for 2 minutes, can help adjust your mindset. And when you use essential oils, it just helps create that atmosphere of grounding and calm that you need. And that is going to help you in your holistic life to not only help your mind, your emotions, your spirituality, but it's also going to help your physical self, right? Your physical body. So I hope that you enjoyed this week's Oil Tip Tuesday, and be sure to check out this week's blog where I talk a little bit more about the research that's out there on meditation, as well as my favorite oils and how to use them in your meditation practice. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.